All right, everybody. Sorry for the camera angle on this one, but that's the best I can do with two clothespin clamps. So, okay, we have done how to pick up and drop off your project from my yard. We have done sanding, and we have done painting. Painting first coat, I should qualify. Now we're going to fasten your sanded project onto the Backerboard. This one is not sanded yet. This is Reed's actually, and this is Maddie's, I think, yes. So they're going to be probably in the box today yet, but I have some other things I need to do today yet, so we'll see if I get that far. To do this, first of all, see if I can get you a little better angle here. It's very important that all the pieces, when you've assembled this all, are supported by the Backerboard, okay? Now, the way to do that is to set your piece together accurately, like this one is. And then, yeah, we've got good area there, it's good. Then, what I would do is, I would very carefully pull, I'm gonna draw lines around this piece here, because I think that's kind of a centerpiece. And if I can get that piece in like that, then all the others will just stick naturally in place. So I'm going to just slide these things off, and then I'm going to trace around. Okay, you really only need to do this for one piece, but you need to make sure if you have pieces hanging over like that, that's going to be a challenge in the end, okay? So you want everything on the Backerboard. Okay, this piece actually is in a couple pieces, so I'm going to take those out. And this really should have been sanded first, so I'm just going to show you how to do this, and then off camera I'll probably take it off again so that Reed can do this more to his liking. Okay, so then what you do is, you're going to work with two different kinds of glue. You're going to work with a yellow or white. If you don't have yellow glue at home, white glue will do just fine. And a hot glue gun. Hopefully you have one of those. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to put a couple of dabs of white or yellow glue on here. Notice I'm not spreading this glue out at all. And then when you know what you're doing, oops, my glue stick fell out. There we go. Come on, in you go. Then we're going to put a couple of dabs of hot glue on. Okay, now you got to work fairly quickly because the hot glue doesn't give you much time. And then press it down. Press it down hard. Okay, so now you have an anchor piece. Now you can just make sure that the joint is tight and glue the next pieces in. The order you do this in doesn't really matter. Try to make sure everything fits. If you have stuck on a piece in a wrong place, it can be difficult to get off. At school, I would have taken a woodworking chisel and I would have done it for you. But chisels are quite dangerous. If you are pushing and you slip and it stabs you, you'll end up with a big cut. Talk to your parents about that if you make a mistake sticking things on, or if you're really in a bind, put it in a bag, drop it off at my place, and I'll get it apart for you, okay? All right, so that's the next step. That's starting to glue on. So when you get this all glued on, then you could do final painting, okay? Now, final painting is just painting the tops, okay? Try to keep your brush strokes going one direction. Try to make it neat. Don't worry about getting too close to the raised edges because then you're just gonna get paint on there, and then you're gonna go off and paint this side, and then you're gonna get paint on there. And I've seen students go back and forth like 20 times, getting paint on one thing or the other. So know when to quit, but paint it all up nice. And then the last step, or this, well, I guess we got to put a hanger on it yet, and I have to get those from school. But basically, once you get the paint on and it's stuck onto the backer, pardon me, let's reverse that. Once you get it stuck onto the backer and then your final coat of paint on, then it's ready to cut the excess backer off. If you have a scroll saw, you can do that. If you don't, drop it off here and I'll put that on for you. And then if you want to fill the edges, sometimes we do that. You'd have to fill the edges and then paint one more time. But we're getting to the point where if you're this far, you're getting close to being done. Okay, yes, keep on picking up and dropping off things. Right now, I've only got, I'd say maybe half of them done. This is taking me a little longer than I thought it would, so be patient with me. But I will try to get all of yours completed, the raising and the cutting, so that you guys can start sanding and painting and gluing and all this good stuff. Yeah, if you have any questions, just get in touch with me. Okay, that's it for this one.